What's going on, family? Welcome to Oracle Conversations, where we have conversations and pull oracle cards around life circumstances and situations. I hope that you are doing well. My name is Natasha. It is a pleasure to meet you. Don't talk about my mask, okay? I'm working on my skin. And today we actually have a specific topic, okay? It's going down. It's going down in the download DMs, okay? And I just want to talk about redirecting your worry, right? We worry about so many things, and I don't care what your life is. I don't care what it's like. There is something that you are worried about or have I don't really know how this is going to work out. Worry is the word I want to use, even though you may not think of it as worry. It may just be, whether it be a deadline, or whether it be a project, whether it be a person, place, thing. We all have something in our life that we are worried about, no matter what level or status we are in. And that is just one to clear the air. Everybody's worried about something, even when they're trying not to be worried about something. So let me help you with something that helps me. Redirecting the worry, right? We all have these invasive thoughts that come in and try to, okay, that went a little, it's drying now, that's nice. We all have these things that we want to accomplish, that we want to do, maybe things that we want to be a part of, and it can be difficult, especially if depending on the demographic that you live in, your class. A lot of things halt us on these roads for our goals or our ambitions or our, things that we hold interest in that we believe we can do, we believe we can accomplish, but there's always resistance when trying to achieve something. And instead of worrying about outcomes and strategies, we need to learn to not only implement what we already know, but be willing to acquire a new skill on the way up. You hear the saying all the time, new levels, new devils, which means if it's a new devil, you're going to have to acquire a new skill to tackle it, right? You may be good at karate or jiu-jitsu, but this next devil is a boxer. So you may have to learn aspects of boxing and incorporate it in your karate or your jiu-jitsu so that you can at least have a fighting chance against the enemy, right? So you may be in a stage right now where you are learning a new skill and it is hard, okay? I challenge you to challenge it. I challenge you to challenge your thought process about the process that you're going through. What is it that you can change that, you probably really don't want to change, and it looks like the long road if you to do that. But sometimes the longer walk around is the better walk around, right? It may be safer, it may be less harmful to you, it may be protecting you from a thing, it may be redirecting your worry is going to help you focus more on accomplishing as opposed to the what could go wrong, right? Because a lot of things can go wrong. And anytime something can go wrong, things unplanned could happen and go wrong. But there is something about redirecting that this is going to go wrong. And this could, noticing, I'm not saying don't notice what could possibly go wrong. I'm just asking you to redirect the possibilities of what could go right? Acknowledge them both, but acknowledge what could go right more. Make sense? I hope that makes sense. So we're just going to pull a couple of oracle cards here from my favorite pink elephant deck that, no, I still have not grasped the name of it because I don't have the book anymore or the box. Okay, these cards travel with me in all types of things. So calmness, I love that. You can't redirect worry and chaos, right? You cannot redirect your worry. Well, you can redirect in chaos. You need the calmness in order to do it, right? You can't redirect in chaos. You can't redirect in worry. You need to stay calm so that your brain can bring forth the things that it is that you need or desire into your space. Right? Calmness, the inner divine is the witness of all, remaining still and quiet even during intense turbulence. So take a deep breath and then say, quiet my mind, dear Lord. May your peaceful calm take over, so that you can think through. They always tell you in the process of like chaos, you must be still in the calmness, right? In the middle of the tornado, it is so calm, but it is chaotic all around, but it is peaceful in the middle. Because even though there is chaos around, there is still a space where you can be calm and think your way through, right? Whether you think you can run forcefully through the tornado, or you can just stand still in the midst of it until it dies down. There's different ways for you to take cover. I've never been in the middle of a tornado, but I'm sure there's things that you can view here on YouTube that talks about the middle of a tornado and things of that nature. Maybe someone needs to look into that. So pay attention to what's happening around you, but understand that being still and being calm is how you're going to resolve it. Gratitude. Stay thankful. Stay thankful for the covering that you do currently have. Stay thankful for the protection that you do currently have. Stay thankful for the next steps, the new day, the next chance for you to create and have what it is that you want. Find just one thing that you feel grateful for right now and let that gratitude pour through your body. It's a healing balm, like the warmth of a sun. And it truly, truly is a healing balm like the warmth of a sun. And then we have doubt. Erase it. Counteract it with a positive thought, with a thought that of accomplishment. Offering all to the divine doesn't mean negativity never arises, but you can say, free me from this prison of doubt. I cast this burden to you. Show me your will and restore me to faith and confidence. Restore me to faith and confidence. As you can see, I don't have my other set of eyes on, so. And change, it is a mist. It is amongst us. You know, Saturn's in retrograde. We have Venus conjuncting, and there's a lot of planets in Aries right now, which is a great thing. You know, as the blessings flow in, you will need to know how to direct yourself. Aries are great for that. They're great strategists, planners, initiators on getting things started, on getting it now. And that's where you have to be careful with the Aries fire, because you can do something impulsively. You can try to get it started before it's actually prepared. It's like eating fruit before it's ripe, or, you know, picking the plants before it's actually harvest time. It's not something that you want to do. Okay, it's not something that you want to do, something that you need to do. Excuse me. Or something that you need to do. No. I am not sick. Okay. I'm talking like this because this mask is tightening, like really. As you can see, it's drying, so. Because people are so critical online. It just is what it is. A lot of us explain because people. Okay, that was a little better. Tickle. Tickle, tickle. Understand that redirecting your worry into something negative. So let's talk about intrusive thoughts for a moment, okay? We have them. We all have them. You can't do this. Da, 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 da. We don't even need somebody else outside of us to tell us what we can't do, because there's always those intrusive thoughts. Remember when you started this before and it failed? Remember when you did that and it didn't work out? Oh, and you tried to have this conversation with this person before and it all went to snickerdoodles, right? What? And I like snickerdoodles, but you know what I'm saying. You can't let what transpired prior be the deciding factor whether you're going to accomplish your goal, right? We talk about Mamba mentality a lot, right? Kobe Bryant always talking about being the best of the best, having the best of the best, doing the best of the best. If Jordan did 10 of something, 12 of something, he wanted to double and triple those numbers. And the only way, that you're going to be able to triple and double those numbers is by being consistent at something, practicing it, and you may have to do it over and over and over and over. Yes, we are tired of cycles, child. Woo! Okay, but there is something to be learned in those cycles that you were not grasping in previous cycles. And I myself am currently going through it. Raise your hand if you're sure. We're all going through the shift, right? We're all feeling it in some way, shape, or form. Some of us are tackling it on and acting like issues don't exist, and some of us are actually looking at the issues so that we don't have to repeat the cycles again. Some of us are just pushing forward, and if the cycle comes up again, we'll reevaluate it and look at it and try to see how to prevent it from coming up again. But sometimes you have to also get completely tired of a cycle before you face it head on, before you face it in a way where you feel like, okay, I don't want to do this no more. So what have I been doing previously before, and how can I stop what I have been, what I have been doing? How can I stop what I have been doing and start on a new path? And, I will say just do it. And I know it's not easy to just do a lot of things, right? You want to quit a habit and it's still a new, better habit. And it's not always good to do. Like, it doesn't feel good to do. I'm not going to say it's not good to do, but it just doesn't feel good to do. Because you have to go through the withdrawal. You have to go through the switch. You have to go through the leveling up and the process of the leveling up, right? You want to quit smoking, there's going to be withdrawals. You have to do something to fill your time. A lot of us are used to that hand movement, right? Mouth to ashtray, mouth to whatever, mouth to, it's an extra part of us. So now you have to find other things to fill that space. That may be part of redirecting your worry, right? Filling the space with something else. And have counteractive thoughts to the thoughts that come in about worry, right? Even if you have to go to have voice notes in your phone or on a notepad in your phone, or, just maybe create a text buddy that, okay, I'm having those thoughts again and I just want to say this to you, and then have something scripted that they say back. Or have something that's your voice is recorded saying it to you. Natasha, you can do what it is that you set your mind to. You have proven it time and time again. Get back to work or go back to that thing and reevaluate it and look at how you can restructure it so that it is in your favor. Okay. We have a lot more power within us than we do without. And I just want you to know that you can redirect your worry. You can redirect and change the cycle and switch it up to what you want better for you. Talking with my hands a lot because that's all I got. Okay. I talk with my hands a lot anyway. I'm a very expressive person. So just understand that you can redirect your worry onto something else. Stop worried about what other people are thinking about what it is that you're doing and concentrate on yourself. Right? If you like what is transpiring, if you like the better road, if you like what's happening and transpiring in your life, only you need that approval. And yes, validation is great. Like, let's cut the bullshit, right? Let's stop acting like we don't care what other people think and that validation, No, we don't need it. We don't have to have it. But it coincides with things that we want to accomplish, right? Getting the certificate, that's validation. You don't really need anyone cheering you on as you cross the stage or as you receive the certificate. Receiving the certificate is the validation that you have the know-how, that you have the courage to complete, that you have the know-how to understand, that you have the growth within you to expand on what it is that is planted, that you have planted, that you know that you are here to do, that you can do. And you may be here to do multiple things. You know, I hear a lot of people a lot of times about scared to niche themselves down. Don't then. You think Tabitha Brown had a niche? Does Tabitha Brown have a niche? I'll wait. Because I don't believe she does. She acts, she sings, she dances, she's a great motivator, she's written books. She does what they call in certain industries or in the industry of capitalism, layering. She could do multiple things. She has a cartoon, she has an educational cartoon, she has books, she has clothing lines and a lot of things she collabed on. It's not that she actually makes clothes or earrings or accessories. She was like, hey, Target, I got a thing. You know, I can do a thing. Well, let's talk about it. And she sat down and negotiated it because she had the mindset of negotiation. She knew what she wanted. She knew how to put it out on the table. She knew how to make her request, make it plain amongst the talents, child. Make it plain. And some of us need to get back to the basics of writing it down. Your pros versus your cons. Your willing to do's versus what you're not willing to do. What you know you can do versus what you can learn to do. Right? Sometimes we have to get back to the basics of things. Okay, Weight Watchers might not be the best way for you to lose weight. Maybe it's the keto plan. Maybe it is just you creating your own plan, right? Making sure that you leave starches and carbs out of it. Or maybe you do a body index and realize, okay, so I really don't need to cut out fatty foods. Maybe I just need to cut out carbs. Maybe I just need to cut out this or da-da-da-da. I don't know. I don't diet, but people that diet understand what I'm saying. You know what I'm saying? It may be you creating your own plan. Maybe Taibo is not the way to go. Maybe you need to do the Sean hip-hop dance thing, you know, because that's more fun than Taibo. Taibo seems a little more serious or intricate or harder to do, right? Dance moves. You could do dance moves, right? Things like that. Maybe you shouldn't go directly into Kemet spirituality. Maybe hoodoo is your thing. Maybe, you know, there may be a specific thing specific for you, but you have to dabble in a lot of things in order to find it. And there is nothing wrong with that. You just need consistency. Consistency in your search, consistency in your willingness to change a thing up. As I said again, learn a new skill. There is never anything wrong with adding to your resume. And I don't just mean resume for work, just resume of life. Okay? Some people speak several languages, right? Some people have traveled internationally to a lot of different places, right? Things like that add to your resume because it adds life experience. It gives you a way, you know how to incorporate your languages. You understand that dialects matter because you travel internationally and you speak these languages and you know the difference in what is being said, right? Everybody's like, Spanish is Spanish, but it's not though. Mexican Spanish and Puerto Rican Spanish, yes, they're similar, but they are not the same, let me tell you. And I learned that the hard way. Okay, so, and that may be a thing for you, learning the hard way. So maybe you need to train yourself to not go against the grain as much so that it's easier for you to learn. Listen, redirect your worry. The change is amongst you, whether you want to be a part of it or not. And my suggestion is that you know what is best for you while these changes are happening. So that way it's easier for you to choose a side. It's easier for you to go with the flow that is meant for you, as opposed to what everybody is saying you should be doing. This is what we need to be doing. This is what we need to be doing. This is what we need to be doing as a people. This is what we need to be doing as women. This is what we need to be doing as disabled people. This is what we need to be doing as whatever. You can easily be like, you know, guys, I'll take part in what suits me and what suits my life and what's better for me and what's going to make my life better and the people around me lives better. And it doesn't always include an extremely large community to do. You don't have to have the backing of your mama, your sister, your cousin, your brother, your uncle, your teacher, preacher, whoever, to give you the thumbs up to go do it. Do it, and if you don't like it, then redirect yourself. Do it, and if it's like, okay, this is not for me. And stop, I need to have this accomplished by 40. I need to have this accomplished by 50. Like, the time frames that you give yourselves to accomplish a thing when you haven't even started it, when you haven't even looked into it, it's just mind-boggling to me. Stop adding unnecessary pressure to yourself to do a thing and complete a thing by a certain time frame. Now, if you work great under pressure and you need that pound, you need to have this done by Tuesday, then do it for yourself so that you can have the change that it is that you seek and do the things that it is that you need to do so that you can accomplish the goals that it is you're trying to accomplish. But everything that society says is great for you and that you should be doing is not necessarily what you should be doing, okay? A group of scientists came together to say, do a thing, be a thing, and have a thing. And you realize, yeah, my life is not directed in that way. You know, I'm not meant to work a 9 to 5 and the hustle and the bustle, and, you know, I'm not meant to do that. Then start structuring your life around the things that it is that you're meant to do, things that it is that you like to do, things that you know will become a blessing to you. And lessons are blessings. Learn a thing, do a thing, accomplish a thing, and push on. But don't let the worry stop you. Pause. You know, you see the fear, you see the, oh shoot, I'm really out here on a limb by myself. But then stay focused on the, oh, but you know what? I needed to be this way so that I can get X, Y, Z done, so that I can understand the things, so that I can take the time to read these books, so that I can take the time to understand this method, this theory, this thing that I'm trying to accomplish, whatever it is. And yes, I talk in a lot of generalities, but that is because the information fits for everybody in all situations, right? And if I narrow it down to a thing, then people will think it don't apply to them, but it applies to everyone. We have to be more balanced within ourselves and in this world we're living in so that we can choose wisely. Because some of us are having a very hard time at choosing and choosing wisely because of the worry, because of the stress, because of the fear. And you can redirect that. You have the power within you to redirect that. Believe in you. Redirect your worry. Gain success. Blessings.